Austin, Texas. Welcome to the 4 pregame show, and we've got one of the hottest games of the week for you. This is Fox College football, where 8th-ranked West Virginia, led by Geno Smith, come into town to take on the 11th-ranked Texas Longhorns. Hi, everybody. Gus Johnson along with Charles Davis. Partner, they've been talking about this one all week, all over the country.
And the big reason why, the man you mentioned, Geno Smith, the quarterback at West Virginia. Obviously the leading Heisman frontrunner. But tonight, he'll get his biggest challenge of this young season because Texas's defense has not played their best game of the year. They believe they'll show it tonight, and they want to create a lot of turbulence in the pocket for the young man from West Virginia who can fling it.
All right, coming up, 2 undefeated teams playing their 2nd conference game, and we will have the opening kickoff and the impact players coming up. West Virginia, Texas, next on Fox. Darrell K. Royal, Texas Memorial Stadium. This is Fox College football, presented by Geico. One of the hottest games of the week coming to you from Austin, Texas. Sellout crowd in attendance, over 100,000, as the Longhorns host the Mountaineers of West Virginia on a beautiful college football night. 66 degrees, nice and cool at kickoff time. Second all-time meeting between these two squads. The last in 1956. West Virginia winning 7-6. And this man, Geno Smith, will get an early opportunity. Texas won the toss, deferred. So West Virginia will receive the football. Nick Rolls will send it away for Texas. Tavon Austin, Stedman Bailey back deep. First road game of the Big 12 season for the Mountaineers. And we're underway from Austin. And they'll start inside the 5. Tavon Austin gets to the corner at the 20. Austin cuts it back and down at the 47-yard line. A 43-yard return. Tevin Jackson with the tackle on special teams for UT. And that brings us to the Taco Bell impact player.
Geno Smith, the leader for the Heisman Trophy. No interceptions so far on the year. Stedman Bailey, 303 yards receiving last week. And Isaiah Bruce is a playmaker at linebacker. For Texas, David Ash is coming of age as a sophomore. Joe Bergeron is a hammer as a running back. And Quandre Diggs leads the secondary that needs to play awfully well this evening.
First down and 10 at the 46-yard line for Geno Smith. Last week against Baylor, 45 of 51 for a school record, 656 yards, and a school record 8 touchdowns, no interception. And he'll hand it off on first down. Andrew Bowie churning, and he gains 3 yards on the play. Jackson Jeffcoat with the stop.
I think for West Virginia tonight, Gus, we'll see enough of the running game to make sure Texas stays occupied with it. But when they want to ring the bell, the ball will be in the air from Geno Smith to his electrifying set of receivers.
Second down and 7 at the 49. Opening drive for West Virginia. Here's Smith to pass for the first time. And he drops it off in the flats. Jordan Thompson with the catch. And Thompson gobbled up. Adrian Phillips, Kenny Vaccaro combining on the tackle after a 4-yard gain.
And already a good sign for Texas in the secondary. They combined and tackled an open receiver who was running with the football. That's been a problem for them all year. Missing tackles that turn into explosive big plays.
Mack Brown told us yesterday the most important thing for Texas is to get off the field on 3rd down. They've got to make plays. 3rd and 3 at the 47. Bowie, the pistol back. Here's Smith. Steps up in the pocket and delivers. Under pressure, Geno Smith finds Tavon Austin for first down. A gain of 9.
You talk about a quarterback showing some courage in the pocket because Steve Edmond, the linebacker, right in his face as he delivered that strike for a first down.
First down and 10 at the 38, and they hand it off. Bowie with a lot of running room. Breaks a tackle, hits the sideline with a blocker. Bowie out of bounds inside the Texas 10. Michael Thompson there to usher him out of bounds, but that's a gain of 30 yards for Andrew Bowie, the sophomore from Jacksonville, Florida.
And no sooner do we praise them for making a tackle in the secondary, we got our first big miss of the night, and it's Kenny Vaccaro, usually a sure tackler in the secondary, misses Bowie and gains extra yardage for West Virginia.
Brings up first down and goal at the 8. Cody Clay, Andrew Bowie line up behind Geno Smith. Play fake, Smith underneath, caught, and touchdown. Stedman Bailey, who had 5 touchdowns a week ago against Baylor in Morgantown, scores 5 plays, 54 yards. West Virginia scores in 1 minute and 58 seconds.
And not only did they score quickly, they showed toughness on this drive. Geno Smith staying in the pocket, taking the big hit on a 3rd down for a completion, and then coming back and finding Bailey for the initial touchdown of the night.
So Tyler Bittenkurt comes in, who took the extra point, and it's good. Geno Smith wasting no time. Mountaineers on their opening drive, hitting pay dirt. West Virginia up 7-0. A successful opening drive for Geno Smith in West Virginia, and it didn't take him long. 5 plays, 54 yards. How about how he stood in the pocket on that 3rd and 3 when he gets 9?
When people start to question whether you can rattle him in the pocket, it's going to take an awful lot, because Steve Edmond was right down the middle of Geno Smith on that 3rd and 3 throw. He stepped forward and threw it like an NFL player.
His coach must be proud of him. Dana Holgerson, 41 years old, 4-0 this season, 1-0 in conference play in his 2nd year, 14-3 overall at West Virginia. But the dangerous DJ Monroe back deep. Last week against Oklahoma State, he returned to kickoff 100 yards for a touchdown, the 3rd of his career. Corey Smith sends it away, and Texas will get a chance. This time it's Marquise Goodwin, the Olympian. And here come the Longhorns. Look at the dodge, keys to victory.
It's real simple on offense. If they protect, Geno Smith will produce. And on the first drive, the offensive line did exactly that for the Mountaineers. For Texas, what they're hoping is to establish some ball control, run the football. And if West Virginia does not fit well in the running game,
first down and 10 at the 17-yard line for David Ash. Ash to throw on first down, underneath, caught Mike Davis. And he'll be close to a first down. Josh Francis with the tackle. And last week, the numbers for David Ash.
Fantastic performance. The 1 interception, a zone blitz fooled him a little bit, but all in all, 30 of 37 was especially sharp on 3rd and 4th down. Cool under pressure, David Ash as a sophomore.
Ash picking up 9, 2nd down and 1 at the 26. Robertson and Bergeron in the offset eye. Play fake. Ash in trouble. Scrambles, picks up the first down and gets out of bounds. Josh Francis chasing. And once again, the keys to victory.
We saw protect, and produce. The offensive line protects Geno Smith. He produces big time. For Texas, they're going to want to run the football at some point, establish some ball control. If West Virginia does not tackle well, stop them, shut them down, then they get the horns.
First down and 10 at the 34 now for the Longhorns on their opening drive.
And they've gone big, a couple extra tackles in the lineup now.
And they hand it off Bergeron. He'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Isaiah Bruce, their leading linebacker, with the stop. And West Virginia very proud of the way they defend the run.
Last week against Baylor, they ended up holding Baylor to 2.6 yards per game running the football. Texas believes they're more committed to running the ball. We'll find out as things go on, but plays like that from Isaiah Bruce, that's what West Virginia's looking for.
2nd down and 9 at the 35. Bergeron, the single setback. And they give it to him straight away. We'll get to the 35 and up to the 36, maybe the 37 on the play. As Shaq Rowell comes up with the stop, the nose tackle.
And here we are with a 3rd and long, exactly with the defensive coordinator Joe DeForest from West Virginia is looking for an opportunity to get off the field, make them throw the football because they couldn't run it effectively on first and 2nd down.
3rd down, 7 at the 37. Ash in the shotgun. Jay Johnson comes in on 3rd down. Here's Ash. Finds Johnson wide open. Down the sideline. Johnson out of bounds at the West Virginia 15. What a call by the Texas Longhorns offense. Darwin Cook pushed him out of bounds and a flag on the play.
Now look, Jay Johnson is right here. Who's going to cover it? Here? Watch what happens on the play. Absolutely no one. We've got a blitzer. We've got someone covering the inside receiver. No one outside for Jay Johnson. Not going to be much easier than that for Texas all evening.
Last week, Jay Johnson, 4 catches, 45 yards.
Personal foul, face mask, number 25, defense. Penalty being forced half the distance to the goal. 1st down.
That's Darwin Cook, the redshirt junior safety.
You see at the end of the play right there as he tries to get Johnson out of bounds, grabs the mask, and that tacks on the additional yardage for Texas. Keep in mind as this game goes on, we know about West Virginia and how prolific they are on offense. Don't expect Texas to back down and strictly run the football. They will run their entire offense this evening, and that means the ball can be in the air, and now it looks like the wild formation.
Jonathan Gray in the game. Matt Brown telling us they have to score on every possession. At least 3. 1st down and goal at the 8 after the 46-yard gain. Here's the Wildcat. Gray keeps it running right. And he gets inside the 5. Darwin Cook, the safety, with the tackle.
They're going to go quick now.
Ash back in. Hands it off. Texas using the freshman Jonathan Gray. Remember, Malcolm Brown, usually their starting tailback, out with an ankle injury. So Gray, the prolific high school star, will get more touches tonight.
Now they're going to go bigger because Bergeron has come into the lineup to carry the football. He's their thumper. Let's see if they decide to go inside with him, or could they go play action here with Ash?
Bergeron out wide. Now he shifts into the backfield. 3rd down goal. Bergeron looking. Touchdown, Texas. Partner, this game starting the way the entire country expected it to start.
We knew West Virginia had that ability. We suspected Texas had that ability. It's now confirmed. This could be wide open all evening long.
Last week against Oklahoma State in Stillwater, Texas, 440 yards of total offense, 80 plays, 36.5 minutes in time of possession. The time of possession could be a very interesting stat to pay attention to for Texas tonight. Just like that, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. Jay Johnson, 46 big ones, and Texas hits pay dirt. We're knotted up, 7 apiece in Austin. Fox College Football is sponsored by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Game tied at 7 here in the first quarter. Don't forget, folks, next Saturday, Aaron Andrews, Eddie George, and Joey Harrington get you ready for kickoff with the Ford Fox College Saturday pregame show, followed by exciting doubleheader action with 2 Pac-12 showdowns. First, Utah heads to the Rose Bowl looking to upset the 25th-ranked UCLA Bruins. Then the 13th-ranked USC Trojans will be in Seattle to battle the 23rd-ranked Washington Huskies. Coverage of Fox College Football presented by Geico begins next Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, 11:30 a.m. Pacific. Geno Smith ready to come back on the field. Nick Rose will kick it away. Tavon Austin, Stedman Bailey, the return men for West Virginia. And they'll start it from the 1-yard line. Tavon Austin down the sideline again. Look at him with room. Austin still on the move. Austin all the way down to the Texas 32. A 68-yard return. Bryson Eccles with the saving tackle. Meanwhile, let's head to Los Angeles and Aaron Andrews for a game break.
Guys, checking in on number 10 Florida hosting number 4 LSU. How about Gator Mike Gillislee? He had 146 yards of the team's 248. Florida pulls this one out 14-6, guys.
Aaron Gadullo celebrating tonight, the alma mater. Putting it to LSU, ranked number 4 in the country.
First down and 10 at the 32. Second possession for the West Virginia offense. Dustin Garrison in the backfield. Here's a handoff. Garrison. And Garrison gets to the 25. Kenny Vaccaro there.
The right side of the West Virginia offensive line is having an impact in this game early. Joe Madsen, the center, is their best player up front. But Jeff Braun, who played right tackle last year, moved back to his natural position at guard. And Pat Egger, number 76 on the right tackle. They are clearing a nice hole on running plays early for West Virginia.
Second down and 4 at the 26. Here's the delayed handoff. Dooley, and he's wrestled down. Great job, Chris Whaley. Back up, defensive tackle, making the play.
Former running back felt comfortable in the backfield, making that play. Type of play that you have to have against West Virginia. Any type of a lost yardage play to make it 3rd and long is a big help for your defense.
A loss of 5, 3rd and 9 at the 31. Mountaineers need to get to the 22 for first down. Play fake. Smith in trouble. Smith will not get the first down, about a yard short. So the Mountaineers with the decision to make right now on 4th down. Chris Whaley with the tackle.
Now we're going to see the turbulence in the pocket, because this is the first time all year West Virginia is going to face true pass rushers. Guys who will do it on the next level. There's Okafor, 80 doing it. The second and third reactions of Geno Smith will be huge in this game, facing that type of pressure.
So Tyler Bittencourt comes in to attempt a 42-yarder. And he shanked it. May have been blocked. That's a win for the Longhorns. .7:16 to play in the first quarter. Texas with pressure. And the Longhorns will get the ball back. Welcome back. Introducing the UPS Team Performance Index, a new statistical measure that looks at the efficiency of the team's offense, defense, special teams, and miscues to define their competitive advantage. Check out the UPS Team Performance Index throughout the season for a look at the logistics behind a winning team.
And Florida played above their index today to beat LSU.
So Alex Okafor, 7th block of his career. Very timely for Texas. First down and 10 at the 35 for the Longhorns. David Ash in the shotgun. Jonathan Gray, the pistol back. Here's Gray. Takes it back inside.
32, Jonathan Gray.
Speaking of some big scores in college football, let's take a look.
There's Colin Klein leading Kansas State. That game was close early, and then Kansas State went crazy later on down the stretch. And how about Florida? Mike Gillislee, 146 rush yards, 2 touchdowns. Iowa State, you kind of felt like that one was coming after the suspension of Casey Paul, the quarterback from TCU. And Stanford comes back late in the game, gets it to overtime, and outlasts Arizona.
2nd down and 8 at the 37. Here's the pitch, Gray. And Gray leans forward, and they were so impressed with the way Jonathan played last week at Oklahoma State. His patience at the top of the list.
He does not run like a true freshman who ran for oodles of yards in high school, who could do whatever he wanted on a field, make extra jukes, extra cuts, and still beat people to the corner. He runs like a veteran. Where's the hole? He gets there in a hurry. One cut and goes. And those runs pay dividends as the game goes on. And later on, those runs get bigger and bigger.
12 carries, 68 yards. Texas's leading rusher last week. 3rd down and 6 for David Ash at his own 39. Here's Ash with time with a sideline 1st down. Good one. Out of bounds at midfield.
What made that play was the Texas offensive line. The amount of time they gave David Ash to come off of one receiver, get to another one. He could have gone to the check down. They had a shallow cross with Mike Davis underneath, but instead he had the time and found Goodwin downfield for a 1st down.
Sets up deep in the pocket over the middle. Incomplete. Intended for DJ Grant, his tight end. Grant dropping that football.
Tough one, because look at where the football's placed. As Grant's running across field, he's going to the backside, and I think Isaiah Bruce, number 31, had just enough in front. I'm not sure if he got a hand on it, but enough to affect the vision of DJ Grant reaching back for the football and help cause the incompletion.
Last week against Oklahoma State, Grant made his only catch of the game, a 29-yarder on 4th and 6 on Texas's game-winning drive. 2nd and 10. To Jay Johnson. Trying to get outside and does. Stutter step. And to Jay picking up about 6 on the play. Pat Miller there to usher him out of bounds.
This is what's driving coaches crazy all across the country, especially if you're on the defensive side of the football. Initial contact, rarely are we seeing running backs wrapped up and taken down. Jay Johnson ran through at least 2 tackles to pick up almost 6 yards on a play that should have been stopped at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 4 at the 44. Texas needs to go to the West Virginia 40. Johnson and Jeremy Hills in the backfield for the Longhorns. Johnson in motion. Looking for him. Johnson, that ball deflected at the line of scrimmage. And Carl Joseph, the safety, a freshman from Orlando, got a hand on the football.
And if he doesn't make this play, watch Johnson. He gets out here. He's wide open. If Joseph does not make this play, they've got a blocker out here and space to run. So that's a huge play by the freshman safety, Joseph.
And Texas electing to go for it. They were 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions last week at Oklahoma State. 7 of 8 this season. 4th and 4. Ash. Rolling. Ash. Fires. Incomplete. Joe Bergeron had 2 hands on the football, and Texas turns it over on downs. So the Longhorns gambling doesn't pay off. Excellent field position for Geno Smith and the Mountaineers. Fox College Football is sponsored by Ram Trucks. Guts, Glory, Ram. By UPS. Let UPS put the power of logistics to work for you. And by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go. Game tied at 7. 4:43 to play in the first quarter. West Virginia, their first Big 12 road game of the season. We'll start with excellent field position at the 44. They've started at their own 46, the Texas 32, and now their own 44. Mountaineers playing with a short field here in the first quarter. Bowie. And a gain of yard. Kenny Vaccaro, the safety, chopping him down.
And already in this young game, we've seen something I'm not sure many thought we would see. Both defenses got to stop back to back. Texas slows them down, forces a field goal attempt, blocks it. West Virginia gets off the field on 4th down against Texas's offense.
2nd and 9 at the 45. Smith hands it off to Bowie, and Bowie tracked down in the backfield. That's Brown with the tackle.
And that's a young freshman, Malcolm Brown, playing defensive tackle. Look at him. Straight ahead pursuit, follows his teammate right to the ball.
Geno Smith over the middle. Caught, but not enough for a first down as J.D. Woods grabs it, but Texas swarming to the football. Quandre Diggs, first man to him. And they're going for it on 4th down and 2.
Be careful of a hard count here, trying to get Texas to jump with this field position. They may end up trying to take hard count and then go in timeout.
And they snap it. Bowie looking for the first down, leans forward, and it'll be close. And it looks like he has the first down. Andrew Bowie with the extra lean.
That play took a tremendous amount of discipline by the offense of West Virginia, because it looks like they're trying to go hard count and draw you off. So Texas is now thinking, okay, we'll wait you out. And then they say, okay, forget it. We'll snap the football and fire off anyway.
First down and 10 at the 46.
Ruling on the field is that the runner reached the line to gain. Previous play is under further review.
Take a look at where Andrew Bowie bounced down for the first down. Let's do the tackle there. He's still on his feet. Hand goes down, but that still means he's up as he leans forward for the first down. See him backing his way in, but as he goes down, the hand is still up. He's fine there. Wait till the forearm hits. And now the knee is down right here. There's your football. They've got to determine if that's far enough for the first down. So he backs his way in. He's fine there. It's wait there. When the knee goes down, now determining where the ball was when the knee went down. Is that far enough for the line to gain for a first down?
Boy, that's awfully close.
And that's an unofficial line there. I think it'll be tough to say that he didn't based on that.
Mike Pereira, our rules analyst at the Command Center in Los Angeles, joins us. Mike?
I am going with you.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. First down, West Virginia.
I think that's exactly the right call. As you said, Charles, the hand does not put him down. The knee was the first to touch. And to me, there's no way that you could move that ball. That's the right thing to do, is stay with the call.
All right, Mike, that's the first fourth down conversion for West Virginia this year. At the 46. Clay and Bowie in the backfield. Smith, strong in the pocket, incomplete. Intended for Tavon Austin, who stretched out for it. But the one thing you have to credit this Texas team, They have been getting pressure on Geno Smith.
And the pressure goes hand in hand where the front works with the back. Pressure on Geno Smith, and Vaccaro's coverage was good in the secondary, made Austin make a second move in order to try and get open.
First incompletion for Smith. 2nd and 10. Near side. And that one juggled incomplete. Intended for Stedman Bailey, and brings up 3rd down and long for the Mountaineers.
Did the officials get enough help with this call on the Texas sideline? Take a look. As the ball's juggling, pulls it to his feet. I don't know, because it looked to me like he pulled it into his body with a foot still in bounds. But the call will stand.
3rd down and 10 to the 46. Texas blitz. Smith underneath, caught by Austin, but he is tackled immediately to Marco Cobbs.
The defensive backs and linebackers for Texas early in this game are doing a nice job snugging up to the receivers, trying not to give them much room to maneuver.
So another 4th down. They need 4. And Smith sacked. But a whistle prior to the snap. Malcolm Brown getting in the backfield.
Prior to the snap, timeout, Texas. 30 seconds in length.
1:59 to play in the 1st quarter. A big 4th down coming up when we return. 4th down and 4 at the 40.
The timeout Texas called late cost themselves the sack and the football. They'll have to try and stop them again.
Empty backfield for Geno Smith. 5 receivers set. Smith over the middle. Caught. Austin trying to get outside and does. Austin, the afterburners. Austin, touchdown. 40 yards on 4th and 4 for Tavon Austin, the senior from Baltimore Dunbar High School.
Start. Okay, there's Austin. Just works right into this middle area and really is unencumbered. And see, Phillips, 17, works too far this way. And once he did that, Austin's inside, and now he's off to the races. And Geno Smith finds the open guy as well as anyone playing the game today.
Extra point up and good. 1:55 to play in the 1st. West Virginia taking a 14-7 lead. And on the drive, which was an 8-play, 56-yard drive, West Virginia converting on 4th down twice. A 4th and 2 at the 48 and a 4th and 4 at the Texas 40.
See, here's the catch. This is post-catch. He already won the route because he got inside of Adrian Phillips, number 17, who overcompensated moving outside as Austin worked his way inside. And once he did that and came back across the grain, and remember, Texas is in man coverage. Everyone's off with a man being run off downfield. It's not zone where they see the ball completed. They have to rally to it late. But when you're rallying late with West Virginia's wide receivers, you're likely not to get there.
And Tavon Austin, a lot of people talk about DeAnthony Thomas at Oregon, but this kid here, like Thomas, one of the most electric and explosive players in the college game.
Another example just seen.
Tavon Austin with 10 or more catches in all 4 games this season. 3 catches so far, 55 in its score.
How about Texas on that last drive? They actually had gotten off the field, but a late timeout came in from the bench. And once you get that timeout call, that allowed West Virginia to run the play again.
And the ball falling off the tee. Mac Brown, when we talked to him in his office yesterday, he was hoping for a Lubbock wind.
He was, wasn't he? Let that bad boy swirl around and He wants every obstacle possible for Geno Smith, who right now is not letting too many obstacles deter him or his Mountaineers.
15th season as the head coach. This one will not be returned as Goodwin takes a knee. Let's go back to Aaron Andrews in Los Angeles for a game break.
Guys, how about 3 quick scores for number 6 South Carolina over number 5 Georgia? And this is Ace Sanders with the 70-yard punt return. Connor Shaw, by the way, has already thrown for 2 touchdowns, and the Twitter chatter is saying this looks like Spurrier's offense from circa 1996, 21-0, cocky.
Well, the old ball coach must be happy so far with the way his Gamecocks are playing.
And they beat Georgia last year with big plays, as we all remember. Aaron and crew, fake punt with Melvin Ingram for a big play, had a shootout. Right now, they're getting the better of the Dogs.
From the 25 for Texas on first down to Jay Johnson. And Johnson gets to the 27, Isaiah Bruce, the outside linebacker with the tackle.
Last week, West Virginia won 70-63. So that doesn't do a whole lot of good for your confidence if you're a defender for West Virginia. But I like the enthusiasm they're playing with tonight. I think Texas, as this goes on, they're going to want to test their corners. They want to see what Broderick Jenkins, number 23, and Pat Miller have in the confidence tank after last week.
Second down and 8. Goodwin on the jet sweep. And the Olympian tries to turn the corner, but nothing doing. Great pursuit by the Mountaineer defense to knock him out of bounds. Broderick Jenkins with the tackle.
Take a look. We know about the offense. Pass offense first in the nation. Pass defense 118th out of 120 teams playing Division 1A football.
West Virginia defense against the pass, giving up 353 yards per game. Third down and 7 at the 28. Jeremy Hills in the backfield next to David Ash.
Too much time.
Prior to the delay, timeout, Texas. Their second of the half, 30 seconds in length.
Well, the last one actually cost them. This one saved them on offense.
In the meantime, tomorrow, Fox NFL Sunday is a full slate of games featuring Michael Vick and the Eagles taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers, or Jay Cutler and the Bears face off against Maurice Jones-Drew and the Jaguars. It all begins with the Built Ford Tough Fox NFL Sunday pregame show at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. How about Jay Cutler? Got Brandon Marshall back. He looks like a different man.
The two of them needed each other, didn't they? They had monster years in Denver together. And I know all of our well wishes go out to the head coach of the Indianapolis, Coach Chuck Pagano. Diagnosed with a serious illness this week. We're not sure how long he'll be out. His Colts are going to play on without him, with Bruce Arians, the offensive coordinator, taking over as the interim head coach. We send our best out to Coach Pagano and his family.
For David Ash and the Longhorns, faced with a third down and 7 at their own 28. They need to go to the 35 for a first down. Hill's a very dangerous man in the backfield on third downs. Play fake. Over the top. Incomplete. MJ McFarland, the redshirt freshman, the intended receiver. Ash taking a shot. And Texas forced to punt the football.
So Geno Smith's not the only one facing a little turbulence in the pocket. How about David Ash trying to stay in there with Josh Francis, a guy that they call Baby Bruce Irvin for his pass rush ability. That ball just a little bit too far for MJ McFarland.
And Tavon Austin is back deep as Alex King prepares to punt it away. Austin allows it to take a bounce, and Austin swung out of bounds. Nicely done, Ryan Robertson. 47-yard punt and a 3-yard return. So for the first time in this ball game, West Virginia will play with a longer field.
Yeah, their field position has been excellent because the kickoff return game has been particularly good to West Virginia, both times on the left side. And now, see if they go the wrong way. But you know something? I don't think that phases West Virginia very much. They don't care about field position, but they have such confidence in their offense. But for Texas, this is key for their defense.
Geno Smith starts from his own 28, hands it off to Bowie, and Bowie maybe a yard. Kenny Vaccaro with his nose in the play. And that should take us to the end of the first quarter. And what a quarter it has been, folks. 14-7, Mountaineers on the road with the lead. Fox College Football will be back after these messages. Welcome back. Austin, Texas. Darrell K. Royal, Texas Memorial Stadium, 14-7. Mountaineers leading on the road. Geno Smith faced with a 2nd down and 8 at his own 30. They fake the reverse, set up a screen. Bowie with a 1st down and more. Cuts it inside. And Andrew Bowie, tackled by Chris Whaley, picks up 17.
Like the call from Dana Holgerson because he's realized the pressure has been ramped up from the Texas defensive front, and he let them get turned loose towards the quarterback off the fake reverse and throws a screen to combat the pressure and try and tamp it down a bit.
1st down. Bowie running left this time with room. Gets to the sideline. Turns it up. And out of bounds at the Texas 30.
Offensive line is moving well, but watch here. Watch the lead block by number 32, Ryan Clark, as he chops down the Texas defender and allows Bowie access to the 3rd level and deep into the secondary of Texas.
A 23-yard pickup by Andrew Bowie. 1st down from the 31. Smith on the roll this time. And Smith throws this one out of bounds.
One of the most underappreciated attributes that Geno Smith has is his mind. This young man eats, dreams, breathes footballs. We see the total yards, West Virginia up by 60 on Texas.
He told our Eddie George earlier this week that he sees every football game as a chess match.
And he is the chess master running things.
Here's a handoff to Bowie. Bowie crosses the 30.
You know, they give the team the game plan on Monday, sometimes Tuesday, and Geno's in there bugging them for it Sunday. And as soon as he gets his hands on the initial copies, he gets it out to his receivers, telling them, let's get it together and let's go.
3rd down and 9. Smith over the middle. Incomplete. No flags on the play. Michael Thompson close to an interception, but on 4th and 9.
A lot of people wonder, why do you throw this ball into what appears to be double coverage? Why didn't you see that? You know why? Because he counts on his receivers to win a lot of routes.
And on 4th and 9 at the 31, West Virginia going for it.
Remember, their field goal kicker is 1 for 3 for the year, Bittenkurt.
Geno Smith to the sideline. A strike and a 1st down at the 20-yard line. Tavon Austin. Who else?
Offensive line won the battles up front to keep Geno Smith clean in the pocket. That allows the receivers to run the routes they want to, shake themselves free, and pick up the first down.
The handoff to Bowie with a blocker in front. Bowie lowers his shoulder and gets to the Texas 4. Michael Thompson there, but it's a 14-yard gain coming right at you.
And if West Virginia is going to be able to run the football like this all night, I'm not sure the Texas defense stands a chance.
Another handoff, this time the hole plugged up. And you could hear that clash from way up here. Adrian Phillips, who's been criticized for his tackling. Kendall Thompson also there. Second and goal at the 4. Play fake. Smith. And he'll throw this one out of the back of the end zone.
The second intelligent incompletion of this drive by Geno Smith. Avoiding the sack, avoiding the loss of yardage, didn't have a play downfield, didn't force anything. Lives to fight another play.
11th play of the drive that started at the West Virginia 28, third and goal at the 4. Bowie, touchdown Mountaineers. So West Virginia silencing this Texas crowd. 12:22 to play in the second. Mountaineers trying to go up by 2 scores. And they do.
West Virginia taking control of the offensive line right now, running the ball at will. David Dash has to get Texas going after watching the touchdown by West Virginia.
Last week, Geno Smith, 8 touchdowns. He threw for over 650 yards. But so far in this football game, the rushing game, very prominent. Andrew Bowie with 12 carries for 74 yards.
And on that drive, don't forget the screen pass for 16 yards helped him accumulate the 62 total that helped put him in the end zone.
DJ Monroe, Marquise Goodwin back deep. Corey Smith sends it away. Goodwin from the 6. Goodwin with a lane. Goodwin turns it on and gets all the way up to the 45. Olympic speed, folks. A 48-yard return. He saw a crease and turned on the Jets.
To the left side of your screen, gets an initial block there from Monroe, slips a tackle, good block out there by Bryant Jackson, number 16, and then the Jets come into play. 10th place in the Olympics in the long jump in London.
So Texas will start at the West Virginia 46. Special teams a big factor in this ball game already.
Return helped create a little space for the offense to work with.
Mike Davis crosses. Goodwin in space. And he lost it. Marquise Goodwin lowered his head. And he felt that one. Carl Joseph, the freshman, put it on him.
That's a true freshman from Orlando, Florida, who went through spring practice and won the free safety job during those 15 days of practice at West Virginia. Graduated high school early in order to enroll.
Listen to this. Some hard hitting going on here in Austin, Texas. Back after this. Fox College Football is sponsored by the 2013 Buick Verano. Unexpected luxury in a car this size.
And right now they're taking a look at the last play. Marquise Goodwin, the boom lowered on him by Carl Joseph, the freshman. They want to see if it's a fumble. Here's the hit by Joseph, number 8. Ball is shaking free before Goodwin goes down. And then look who comes in, swoops in and gets it, Isaiah Bruce. So to me, that's a fumble and a clear recovery by West Virginia. To me, this call should go West Virginia's way. See, the ball's working its way free from Goodwin before he hits the turf. And now we have clear possession, to me, by West Virginia. Mike Pereira, have you got a chance to take a look at this one?
I have, and I leave it all to you. I think you're dead solid right on that. You know, you look from behind, and the key is before that knee hits, the ball's already sliding out.
The runner fumbled the ball. It was recovered by West Virginia. It'll be first down West Virginia at the 38. Please put 12:06 on the clock.
So Carl Joseph dislodging the football with the monster hit. And West Virginia has it once again, only the 3rd turnover of the season for Texas.
And thank you, Mike, for taking a look with us, but that's what we saw. That ball was working its way free off of the hit by Joseph. And right now, Gus, in this game, the biggest hits, the biggest blows are being dealt by West Virginia. Their offensive line against Texas's defensive front in the running game, and then that hit by Joseph from the secondary.
First down and 10 at the 38-yard line for Geno Smith and the Mountaineers. Busted play. And Texas right on top.
Now, with Geno Smith's command of the offense and you see a play busted like that, who do you think's fault it was? Do you really think that's Geno? Or you really think that's going to be Andrew Bowie, the running back? Because earlier this year, Bowie went the wrong way. Geno kept it and went 28 yards for a touchdown.
Loss of 4, 2nd and 14. They pitch it back. Geno Smith in trouble. Geno Smith sacked at the 19. Jackson Jeffcoat, Kendall Thompson. The trickery fools no one in Austin.
Credit the guys back there, the defensive secondary. They were not fooled, did not have their eyes in the backfield, watching the action and losing the receivers. They stayed with them the whole way.
Brings up 3rd down and 27. And they'll be conservative here. Jackson Jeffcoat tackling Andrew Bowie, and West Virginia will punt.
And that shows some maturation by the Texas defense at a time that their team, the overall Texas squad, needed a stop on defense. They went out on the field and gave it to them.
So Quandre Diggs back deep at the 32. Defensive coordinator Manny Diaz. Remember, his defenses get better as the game progresses. Bittencourt standing at the 9. High snap, handle, and blocked. West Virginia gets a roll, but it's down at midfield. Carrington Bindum with a hand on it. Texas in business once again. All right, Aaron, we've got a good one brewing here. 21-7 West Virginia. But Carrington Bindum with a fingertip on the football, and Texas will start at midfield. Down by 14. David Ash, 4 of 8, 77 yards.
Shouldn't be this much confusion coming off the sideline after a timeout on offense.
Jay Johnson in the slot up top. Shipley in motion. He's been quiet after 3 touchdowns last week. Big running room, Jonathan Gray. Gray cuts it in. The freshman down at the 1. 49 yards.
What a great looking set of confused players Texas had on that run, because they looked like they were having trouble figuring out what the offensive set was. Finally got it in gear, And then to the left side of the line, Gray on a serious jaunt.
First down and goal at the 1. Texas loads up the right side. Joe Bergeron, the I-back. They give it to the bruiser. Bergeron trying to lead forward, and he won't get in. His forward progress may get him back to the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up second and goal at the 1.
That was Shaq Rowell, number 90, and Doug Rigg, number 47, the linebacker. Rowell originally signed with Ohio State, but didn't qualify academically, went the junior college route, and ended up at West Virginia, and he is a massive space eater in the interior line.
From Maple Heights, Ohio. Second and goal of the 1. Robertson, the up back. Bergeron, the deep back. Bergeron, touchdown. Starting to get warm in Austin, folks. 8:45 to play, second quarter. Anthony Farrah, the Penn State transfer, in to attempt his second extra point. And it's good. But the defense making this possible.
This is what got Texas back in the game. Carrington bind him after a defensive stop with the block, which led to Joe Bergeron making it a 7-point game.
Fox College Football is sponsored by the Samsung Galaxy S3. The next big thing is already here. By Firestone, reminding you that whatever you drive, drive a Firestone. And by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Responsibility. What's your policy? 21-14 West Virginia. But the momentum has shifted a bit with Texas. And the running game very effective as you take a look at the drive. Bergeron with the 1-yard score, but it was Jonathan Gray with the 49-yard gallop to set the Longhorns up.
And Texas's defense had field position on their side last drive and used it well. They cannot afford to give up another big kickoff return to West Virginia and hurt them on field position.
Nick Rose wants to put this one in the back of the end zone. No, he squibs it. He let it go all the way through, picked up by Austin. Austin trying to get outside and set Marines at the 13. So as Geno Smith prepares to come back on the field, it brings us to our Aflac trivia question. If Geno Smith has completed 83.4% of his passes this season, who holds the FBS single season record for completion percentage?
Wow.
And he was a pistol.
Ooh.
First down and 10 at the 13. You like that, eh?
That's good. That's a good hint.
Andrew Bowie in the backfield. Crowd really getting into it now. Bowie breaks it back, stood up and driven down. Terrific looking play by the middle linebacker Steve Edmond. And last week against Oklahoma State, because of the youth of these linebackers, they took some bad angles on tackles.
And looks like they spent a good week working on that. And West Virginia taking control of the offensive line on the last series. Texas trying to get back to it.
Underneath, nothing again. This time it's Jordan Thompson. And the swarming Texas defense brings them down. So it's a loss of 1 and a loss of 3 on this play. Back to back. Brandon Moore, Kenny Vaccaro. Remember, Manny Diaz was hired as the coordinator because Matt Brown feels that he makes some of the best adjustments for a coordinator in all of college football. 3rd and 14. Geno Smith. And Smith lost it. Loose. Jeff Cook there. Touchdown, Texas. Alex Okafor hopped on the fumble.
down the bottom, Jeffcoat, his running mate at defensive end, falls on the football. Okafor rakes it free, Jeffcoat gets it. The bookend defensive ends combine for the touchdown.
In the end zone, touchdown.
Look at the ball free right there. And you see Jeffcoat taking it, pushing it, and as he recovers it, he's not in the end zone. This should be 1st and goal inside the 1-yard line for Texas. That's his football. Now,
Previous play is under further review.
I think this one's evident too, guys. You know, Gus, you saw the backside pressure coming from Okafor. He gets to Geno Smith, rakes it free, and Jeffcoat gets the football. What I believe is going to happen here is that Jeffcoat has clear possession on the recovery, but he's not in the end zone. So Texas will have the ball 1st and goal inside the 1-yard line.
What's been the difference over the last few series for this Texas defense?
I think that the coverage has gotten better in the secondary and the linebackers. They've decided that they're going to snug up to all the wide receivers and take away that space that they normally have. And if they end up, you know, continuing this pressure, that'll get it done for them.
And look at this Texas sideline. Enthusiasm, energy. In the meantime, we'll join Mike Pereira. Mike, your thoughts?
Yeah, you know, I tell you, interesting play we have here, because he falls on the ball initially, but he must maintain control to get clear possession. And watch the ball squirt out immediately under his chest, and now he's going to regain possession with the ball maybe touching the plane of the goal. I mean, if I look at this, to me, I don't think he clearly had possession until he finally regained it the second time when the ball broke the plane. So remember, they ruled touchdown. Tough one they have to look at here.
So, Mike, my question would be, though, when he grabbed the football and as it went underneath him, he was prone on the ground.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Touchdown.
Remember, the key is that when recovering a fumble, just like making a catch, if you're going to the ground, you must maintain possession when you hit the ground. And that ball scooted loose, and then when he regained the possession, it had actually broken the plane.
Gotcha.
So that is the right ruling to stay with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, wonderful job. Texas with 7:37 to play in the second with an opportunity to tie this game up. Anthony Ferreira. We've got a ball game in the Lone Star State. 7:37 to play in the second. Longhorns, Mountaineers tied it. Jackson Jeffcoat with the fumble recovery in the end zone after the Alex Okafor sack. Manny Diaz's defense wreaking havoc over the last few series against the West Virginia offense, and we're tied at 21.
I really believe they're getting great help from their secondary and linebackers now in coverage, making it take a little bit longer for Geno Smith to find people downfield, which increases the level of the pass rush. Look at the points off turnovers for the season for Texas. A decided advantage.
Nick Rose will kick it away. He squibbed the last one. Tavon Austin, Stedman Bailey back deep. And he'll squib this one. And the ball covered up at the 27. Cody Clay covers it up now. Dana Holgerson has to make the adjustment.
And this is where he feels okay about his team, because this is an intimidating atmosphere that's ramped up to new heights tonight as we look at the last 6 offensive plays, minus 26 yards for West Virginia. But West Virginia's used to playing in big games and big environments. They went to LSU a couple of seasons ago. They understand how that works, and they have a senior quarterback.
First down and 10 at the 28-yard line for Geno Smith. Smith Throws the route underneath, caught by Stedman Bailey. And a first down.
And what you like about Dana Holgorsen is that he doesn't show fear, does he? Comes right back. Let's go. Let's do what we do best. Get the ball to our receivers and get it downfield.
Gain of 16. First down at the 44. Smith sets up a screen, incomplete. Looking for Bowie. Great coverage there. Edmond growing by leaps and bounds, minute by minute. He's only a sophomore.
Hear coaches talk all the time about reading your keys and taking your eyes to the proper place when you're playing defense. Edmond wasn't fooled by any of the misdirection action, took his eyes to his coverage and was on the play.
2nd and 10. Clark and Bowie in the backfield with Geno Smith. Geno in trouble. Again he's sacked. 3rd sack of the day for Texas, but a flag on the play.
He was up high reaching for Geno Smith. I'm wondering if he might have gotten up into the head area on the sack.
Personal foul, hands to the face, number 85 defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, and the player does not have to leave the game because the foul caused his helmet to come off.
Watch, coming from your left side is the main pressure on Geno Smith, but they also get it in his face. Right there, there's the miss by Reggie Wilson. But the penalty is inside. Look at Dorsey, 85, right in front of you. There's the hand working against the offensive lineman, and that ends up taking his helmet off. That's why the call was made.
First down to the 41. Far side, ball caught by Bailey, spins out of trouble. A 7-yard gain. Steve Edmond brings him down.
That move by Stedman Bailey, Carrington Bynum had him lined up for the big hit and tackle, and he made it miss in open field.
2nd down and 3. And Bowie with a first down and more. Protecting the football, gets to the Texas 15. A 19-yard gain. Michael Thompson with the tackle.
West Virginia's playing against type most of this first half in their ability to run the football. Coming into the game, the storyline was, what would Texas do running the football, and how would West Virginia make just a few yards? Instead, it's been turned around a little bit.
16 carries, 91 yards for Bowie. He's averaging 5.7 yards per carry. They give it to him again. And he'll get to the 10 and pick up 5.
You know, these West Virginia wide receivers never come off the field. Normally when you run this type of tempo offense, you're always rotating in receivers. They keep them out there. Look at that, that's Austin there. There's Bailey there. They don't come off.
2nd and 5 at the 10. Smith underneath, incomplete. That one thrown behind J.D. Woods. But he should have made a catch. Hands on the football.
I think that was a combo where it was a little bit behind, but I think J.D. Woods' head was wanting to get around and get into the end zone. Got his hands a little bit backwards trying to grasp that football.
3rd down and 5 at the 10. Smith to throw. Smith sacked for the 4th time. Wow! Desmond Jackson out of nowhere.
And that's the defensive lineman inside, winning on the initial move. Whoosh! Right away, just goes right past number 77, Josh Jenkins. Geno Smith, self-preservation, took over, had to take care of the football. There's Manny Diaz. His schemes really starting to take effect now.
Bittenkurt in to attempt a 37-yarder. He had a 42-yarder block. This one up. And perfect. But West Virginia settles for 3 points. 4:51 to play, 2nd quarter, 24-21. Texas with the ball after this. Welcome back to Austin, 24-21 our score. deep into the second quarter. Let's answer the Aflac trivia question. Geno Smith has completed 83.4% of his passes this season. Who holds the FBS single-season record for completion percentage?
You got to think deep in the heart of it, don't you? Don't you got to think a guy used to play here and wear burnt orange?
That's right, Colt McCoy, 2008.
And that's been part of Texas's problem in recent years. They haven't had a Colt McCoy running their offense. David Ash trying to fill the breach now as we see him in the Ring of Honor here at the stadium.
David Ash ready to come back on. Corey Smith will send it away. To Jay Tom Johnson and DJ Monroe back deep. It's short, picked up at the 25. Up to the 33-yard line is Robertson. So Colt McCoy with 4:48 to go. The numbers, 4 of 8, 77 yards. But the running game has been very effective. Jonathan Gray, 5 carries, 59.
One of those a 49-yard sprint really opened things up for them.
From the 33. Gray. Ooh, Gray. Great tackle by Josh Francis, because if Gray gets through that hole, he's got plenty of room.
When you're playing against teams that spread it out and make you tackle in space, and look at that hole, as you talked about, partner. If he doesn't make that play, people are blocked downfield. So when you're playing teams that spread it out and play in space, every tackle you make can be viewed as a touchdown-saving tackle. That could have been another one.
Second down and 8 at the 35. Shipley, got up. Great read by Broderick Jenkins. Now a loss of 3 on the play.
And that was a case of a defensive back, a corner, trusting his eyes, trusting his read. He saw the play, read it, got up underneath the blockers before they could form, and makes a big stop in the backfield.
So on 3rd down and 11, Marquise Goodwin back on the field. He'll be the receiver. Second in the slot at the top of your screen. David Ash steps up, fires. Caught by Shipley, first down, UT.
Didn't you mention just a couple possessions ago that it had been quiet for Jackson Shipley? No longer. He opened up and yelled on this play because he made his quarterback look good. Look at him go up and get that one. A little bit high, but he doesn't worry about the hit and the contact that's going to come. Pulls it down for a key first down for Texas. And when Texas's offense is rolling the way they want it to, it's like Princeton's offense in basketball. Everyone gets touches.
First down to the 45. Jeremy Hill's in the backfield now. Play fake. Ash. Up the sideline. Wide open receiver. That's DJ Grant. And he'll get inside the West Virginia 30. A gain of 26.
And watch Grant. He's going to come off the end of the line here and get outside. And when he gets outside, there's no one to cover again. You see, they look up here, right? Look at all this space now because this receiver's running deep, that receiver's short, and now you've got him wide open. The only miscue on the play was he stopped him with the football. If he hits him in stride, he picks up additional yardage.
First down and 10 to the 29. Bergeron in the backfield for Texas. Shipley in motion. David Ash pumping. Up the sideline again. This time it's M.J. McFarland. And all of a sudden, the Longhorns have discovered a weakness in this West Virginia defense.
And how about this? What they do is they come back essentially the same play. Look at Shipley back here. Eyes are there. Look at the receiver here. Eyes are there. No one covering the tight end. That's maturity and play calling by Brian Harsin. A young offensive coordinator puts his ego aside and says, if a play works, why not run it again? Make them stop it.
First down and goal at the 5. Robertson, Bergeron in the out. Bergeron. Bergeron. Down at the 1. 140 and counting. Texas with the chance to take the lead.
Look at Bergeron. We had a nice visit with him yesterday, and he told us as he gets down there, and it was real close to whether or not he got in. They said his knee was down. He said when he was 10 years old, he weighed about 160 pounds and had to play tackle in Pop Warner football.
Second down and goal at the 1. Bergeron. Touchdown, Texas.
Remember when West Virginia was punching first earlier in this game? Texas has come back out of their corner and started swinging back.
Out of the hole,
Anthony Farrell. How about this? Number 11, Texas. Taking the lead on their home pitch as we come to a close here in the first half, 28-24.
10 teams, what do you see?
Baylor, number 3 entrepreneurship program in the country.
Iowa State, number 2 in bio and ag engineering.
Kansas, number 1 grad programs in city management and special ed.
Oklahoma, number 1 in freshman national merit scholars.
Kansas State, top 10 for all scholarship programs, and Oklahoma State, nation's first advanced degree for unmanned aerial systems.
Texas, number 2 producer of PhDs in the U.S.
TCU, top 10 in entrepreneurship.
Texas Tech, world recognized in wind engineering research.
West Virginia, tops in biometric research.
We got to go to break.
28-24. This place is rocking. These fans behind the Texas Longhorns, who have taken a 4-point lead with 1:14 to go in the second quarter.
And Gus, amazingly enough to me, you know where I think the momentum switch started? Was right after the hit that Marquise Goodwin took. When Carl Joseph knocked the ball free, it was like it woke up the Texas team. The defense really played with fury from that point on. The offense has gotten uncranked.
Nick Rose has squibbed the last 2. He'll do it again. Keeps the ball in the center. Picked up at the 22-yard line by Bowie, and he'll get to the 30. We're seeing some great football tonight. Don't forget, we've got international world football coming up tomorrow. Fox Sports is proud to bring you exciting coverage of the Barclays Premier League as Newcastle looks for revenge for a loss earlier this season when they take on Man U. Sir Alex Ferguson and company. Coverage begins tomorrow in high def on Fox. Check local listings for the start time in your area.
Man U, Rooney.
That's right. Robin Van Persie. 3 timeouts remaining. For West Virginia, they hand it off. And boom, crashing forward. Zaccaro and Chris Whaley with the tackle. 57 seconds, plenty of time for the Mountaineers. Geno Smith underneath. And Smith finds Stedman Bailey, who picks up 10. First down.
It's a tough one for Texas. You can't play too soft with these receivers. They gobble up yardage.
Incomplete.
You know, you caught that in-between land, Gus, because you want to cover them and not allow them to have that space, but you're worried about a double move. You're worried about one of them getting over the top of you late in the half and giving up the big play.
Defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
I think Okafor was a little tired. You know, and when he's out there trying to rush the passer this whole half, was not set to go, ended up offsides.
First down and 5. Austin. It'll get out of bounds close to the first down. Clock stopping at 36 seconds. Don't forget, coming up on the Pizza Hut halftime report, South Carolina, the old ball coach, trying to put it on Georgia. The Fighting Irish, boy, do they look good this season. First down and 10 at the 43. Up the seam, incomplete. Dangerous pass intended for J.D. Woods.
You know what Manny Diaz just did on that play to change things up? He kept two deep safeties up high to make sure they kept everything in front of him. And he went man coverage underneath, not wanting to give up something easy and let the receivers catch it and run free.
Second down and 10 at the 43. Smith. He's got a receiver. Bowie out of the backfield. Oh, he stumbled. Bowie had a touchdown in front of him.
If he doesn't stumble, he walks in as he beats Tevin Jackson off the line of scrimmage and trips up.
A 24-yard gain.
Timeout, Texas. Their final timeout at half, 30 seconds in length.
So Texas out of timeouts. West Virginia with 3 remaining.
See, Tevin Jackson had man coverage, number 11 for Texas, on Andrew Bowie. And he beat him off the line of scrimmage. This is what the coaches talk about, winning off the initial move. And he does, and he wins big. And then he just trips as he goes downfield after the catch. Texas catches a break there.
But what a game for this sophomore from Jacksonville. Came into the contest with 13 receptions for 165 yards, averaging 13 yards per grab, 52 carries, 241. He's already got his first 100-yard game in his back pocket, and we're still in the first half.
And remember, they left their number 1 back, Sean Alston, home with a bruised thigh. He's missed the last few contests because of that.
First down at the 19, 18 seconds to go. 3 timeouts remaining for the Mountaineers. Geno Smith over the middle. Incomplete. Intended for J.D. Woods again, and he can't hang on.
Again, Texas trying to run with the receivers underneath, with safeties back deep.
Second and 10. Longhorns have come awfully close to picking one off. Geno Smith has not thrown an interception this year. Out wide this time. And it's Caden. Carrington find him there as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock at 9 seconds.
Gives them a chance for one more shot before they have to think about field goal.
Smith with the handoff. Good pressure, flag on the play.
And they were playing field goal the entire way with that call.
Holding, number 77 offense. 10-yard penalty, 3rd down. Timeout, West Virginia, their first of the half, 30 seconds in length.
Josh Jenkins.
Number 77, the left guard, who's battled back from 3 knee surgeries in order to play. And right there, he ended up becoming a defensive tackle as he tackled Chris Whaley, number 96, as he came upfield.
So with 3 seconds remaining, Dana Holgorsen has a decision to make.
I don't think he really to me, has no decision to make. 3 seconds on the clock. You've got to try and get points. Kick the field goal here with Bittencourt and try and go in. I'm sorry, go ahead, Gus. No, go ahead.
This will be a 41-yard field goal attempt. He had a 42-yarder block, and he's been good from 37. Football on the left hash.
And the one that was blocked is because he kicked it low because it was a long-distance field goal attempt.
Bittencourt. Got it up. And nails it. And that's the end of the first half. And what a half it was. Texas and West Virginia. Longhorns up by a penny at the break. Now let's go to Aaron Andrews standing by in Los Angeles. Welcome back to Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium. And as we prepare to head into the third quarter, the Longhorns lead it 28-27 over the Mountaineers. Gus Johnson along with Charles Davis. We had a feeling that this could be a special one, and the first half proved that, we were right.
Started right out, didn't it? West Virginia gets the ball after a great kickoff return, takes it right downfield and scores. Texas turns around, comes right back at them, and it's been toe-to-toe ever since. West Virginia extended at one point to 21-7. And there's a big hit by Carl Joseph that let things go, got things really moving well for West Virginia. But since that moment, Texas really turned things around. It was almost like a wake-up call. And since that time, Texas has outscored West Virginia 21-6 to put us where we are now at 28-27 Texas. Usually that type of a hit energizes the team that does the hitting. In this case, it's like it slapped Texas. It's like, oh, hold on a second. Let's get back into it, and that they did. As you take a look before the Goodwin injury, outscored West Virginia 21-6, and moments ago, our Julie Alexandria caught up with Texas head coach Mack Brown.
Told them they've got plenty of energy. They're having fun. Just keep it up. Got to make more critical plays. They've had 3 4th downs made them. We had a chance to make ours. We didn't. Kicking game, we got in trouble early. We kind of took over late. It's probably going to come down to a turnover, too. We got the lead. We got 30 minutes against a great team, and we get the ball. How much fun is that?
It's a lot of fun. Thank you so much,
Thank
Coach.
you.
So Texas, who deferred in the first half, will receive to start the second half as David Ash gets warm. And I think one of the big adjustments made was Manny Diaz and what he had a chance to do with that Texas defense. They brought so much pressure. Officially 3 sacks in the first half on Geno Smith. And they were able to do it because the secondary, Dwayne Aquina, who's the secondary coach, I think that he went to his guys and said, fellas, you're good enough to do it. Expect to play. Let's challenge these receivers for West Virginia and not let them just run free. By getting closer to them, cutting down the space they had to operate, it allowed the pass rush to have an effect. So Marquise Goodwin, DJ Monroe, back deep for Texas. And everyone's kind of given up on the kicking deep, haven't they? We've had a lot of big plays in the kickoff return game, both sides. Let's see how West Virginia plays it to start the second half. Goodwin did have a 48-yard return, and they kicked this one deep. And he won't get a chance here out of the end zone. Nicely done by Corey Smith. So David Ash will start from the 25. And your thoughts on Ash's performance in the first half? I thought it was fine, because when you watch what David Ash had to do, handled the pressure pretty well, distributed the ball. I think they want a few more people to touch the ball in the second half. You mentioned Jackson Shipley was quiet. He had 1 catch, I believe, in the first half. We haven't seen Mike Davis really get involved out wide. I think they want to still try to attack the corners of West Virginia, and that'll bring these wide receivers back into play. First down and 10 at the 25. Joe Bergeron in the backfield. And they give it to him off first down. They'll make that Jonathan Gray. And Gray picks up 4 yards. Jonathan Gray, 7 carries, 65 yards, averaging a whopping 9.3 yards per carry with a long of 49. Second down and 6. Jay Johnson, Jeremy Hills. Ash throws a screen. Hills with a lane. Hills gets to midfield.
Jeremy Hills, number 5, is an example of what happens with many senior players. Jeremy Hills hasn't had the success he's wanted in Texas. But this year, last go-around, the light has really come on for him. And he's become a very dependable producer for them in the screen game and as a third down back.
Gray returns, and they'll hand it off to him, going straight ahead. He'll pick up 2. Isaiah Bruce there to cut him down. And we were amazed when we saw Texas last week. Coach Harsin, it's taken him a while, a year, but the way they can get in and out, backs in and out of the lineup is pretty amazing.
Backs, receivers, all the different personnel groups. What he tells 44 different personnel packages and sets that they have. And what they want is everyone to practice real well, practice hard, and feel like you'll have an impact in the game so everyone gets an opportunity.
2nd down and 8 at the 49. Ash in the gun. Screen the other side now to Hills. Gets outside, stumbles forward, and picks up a 1st down.
And the blocking they get on these screens isn't just the offensive lineman rumbling downfield. Picked up a block from DJ Grant, number 18, the tight end, downfield. Right there. Right on the bottom of that pile. That was DJ Grant, 18, as Hills finishes the run with a tackle by Broderick Jenkins.
A gain of 9, 1st down. Opening drive of the 2nd half for Texas at the West Virginia 40. Second man through, Bergeron. And Doug Rigg there to stop him. First man after a 3-yard gain.
On this drive, West Virginia has done a pretty decent job on 1st down against Texas. Been a lot of 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8s. But 2nd down has been the issue. They've hit them with the screen a couple of times and picked up 1st downs. In order to get to 3rd and long, the West Virginia defense has to find a way to make a play in the backfield of Texas.
2nd down and 7 at the 37. Jonathan Gray motions, they give it to him, and a flag.
False start. Number 26 offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
That's DJ Monroe.
Yeah, the running back / wide receiver this year spent a lot of time working on his hands in the offseason with Benny Wiley, their strength coach. Caught 100 tennis balls per day to try and improve his hand-eye coordination because that had been the big knock against him. They could only hand it to him on fly and jet sweeps. Now they feel like he's much more of a weapon outside too, even though he only has 1 catch coming into tonight.
2nd down and 13 at the 43. Jay Johnson in the backfield for Texas. Here's Ash. Steps up in the pocket, wants to run it. No. Now he does. And Ash wisely gets out of bounds near the 40 after a 4-yard gain.
And looking ahead to West Virginia getting the football, with all the pressure we saw in the 2nd quarter from Texas, I wonder if we'll see a little bit more of that with Geno Smith. He spent time in the offseason studying NFL tape, Aaron Rodgers in particular. What do you do to handle that type of pressure besides your right arm? Maybe step up and run it a few times to sting the defense. Maybe we'll see a little more of that from Geno Smith. We know David Ash has that dimension.
3rd down and 9 at the 39. They need to go to the West Virginia 30 for 1st down. Here's a screen, and it's picked up by Hills. And he'll be about a foot short of the 1st down marker. And we've seen Mack Brown go for it on 4th down more than once in this game.
And they'll do it again. And right there, that was just enough. And that was Isaiah Bruce. Because if he doesn't get that hand on Jeremy Hills, we don't have to worry about 4th down. Jeremy Hills has a 1st down and plenty more.
4th down and short for Texas. Bergeron, the deep man, out of the eye. Robertson in front of him. Bergeron, he's a yard. And he'll get it. Joe Bergeron talked to us when we met with him on Friday about the unselfishness in the backfield in Texas.
Doesn't worry about who gets the ball. In fact, his best friend is Malcolm Brown, who's not playing tonight. Hard to believe that two guys who want the football that much are going to be best friends. You think there'd be much more competition. But he said, we're not worried about that. And he convinced me. All he cares about is winning the game. And if he carries the load, great. If not, and they win, he seems to be just fine.
1st and 10 at the 29. Opening drive of the second half for Texas. Bergeron. And he is carrying the load as he picks up a first down. A 12-yard gain.
How about the vision of Bergeron? Look at him back there, 24. Watch him coming at you, and watch how he finds where the hole is. Play starts left, but his eyes take him right. Good vision by the running back from Texas.
Bergeron on the sideline now. Jonathan Gray comes back in. They pitch it to him. Gray looking for a hole, and Gray stopped at the 14 by Isaiah Bruce, who delivered a blow. But this is the kind of drive that you expect out of Texas.
You asked the question in the first half. Actually, you didn't ask the question. You presented the idea. Time of possession. Could it be a factor as we go on in the game? This type of drive makes it a factor as we see Texas's red zone success.
11th play of the drive. It started at the 25 for UT. 2nd and 8 at the 15. Bergeron back in. They give it to him. And Bergeron upended in the backfield by Josh Francis.
So we had back-to-back plays by the outside linebackers of West Virginia. Isaiah Bruce, the previous play. On this one, Josh Francis, both of them keeping the yardage way down on the run.
That brings up a big 3rd down and 11 at the 18.
This is where West Virginia can't have any busts in their coverage. During this game, we've seen a few free guys for Texas without people covering them.
And we saw Mike Davis, who's at the top of your screen, work on a fade route from this part of the field. Underneath, though, they find Goodwin, and Goodwin goes nowhere. Josh Francis again.
And that call is because Texas has the field goal available to them this week. The confidence level a little bit higher. Anthony Farah will come in now and try his first field goal of the season.
Farah transferred from Penn State, his career-long 46 yards against Ohio State last year. This will be from 38 yards away. He was 14 of 17 on field goal tries for Penn State 1 year ago. And good. 7:35 to play in the 3rd quarter. Texas gets 3. But the big question now, can the defense continue to slow down Geno Smith? Fox College Football is sponsored by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. By Hankook Tires, be one with it. Hankook Tires. And by Reese's, the perfect combination of chocolate and peanut butter.
Bevo, slow and steady in the end zone. Look at this. See how he's chewing it right there? That was Texas's last drive. Slow and steady, just chewed it up. But at the end, West Virginia counts it as a win for themselves. Why? Held them to a field goal. In this type of a game with these high-powered offenses, you're happy if you get off the field only giving up 3 instead of 6.
Texas eating up 7 minutes and 25 seconds, half of the quarter, on their opening drive to start the 3rd. Now West Virginia gets a chance. Tavon Austin, Stedman Bailey back deep. They've been squibbing the last few kicks. Once again, it's squibbed and picked up at the 20. And West Virginia crosses the 30 up to the 32. Garrett Hope running the football. Geno Smith will have decent field position. Back right after this. Fox College Football is sponsored by Pizza Hut. Make it great. 31-27, Texas leading West Virginia. These two teams meeting for only the 2nd time The last was October 6, 1956. West Virginia fullback Larry Krutko ran 15 yards for the go-ahead touchdown in the third quarter to put West Virginia up 7-0 after the extra point. Early in the fourth quarter, after a Joe Clements to Walter Fondren 5-yard touchdown pass, Texas had a chance to tie it up, but the extra point by Johnny Elam missed the mark. West Virginia won it 7-6, and that game was part of Texas's 1-9 season that led to the hiring of
Big Daddy D, Darrell Royal, who came in the very next year succeeding Ed Price. And West Virginia was led by their local legend, Art Happy Lewis, who coached the legendary Sam Huff, the linebacker at West Virginia.
One big difference in that first game, it was played in front of 30,000 as opposed to this one in front of 101, 851, the all-time home record at Texas. First down and 10 of the 31. Here's Austin around the corner, and Austin picks up 7.5.
I like that call for a variety of reasons. Chief among them, Dana Holgorsen knows he's got to get his playmakers touches. And sometimes just throwing it to them in the pass game is not as easy. Make sure they touch it. Fly sweeps, jet sweeps. Make sure Austin and Bailey touch the ball.
Geno Smith to the sideline. This ball caught by Austin again. He's thrown down hard by Michael Thompson. But it's a first down, Mountaineers. As we take a look at our offensive leaders.
Geno Smith, as expected, although not as accurate as normal, but then again, 84% is a high standard to live up to. Bowie has played the game of his life so far this evening.
First down at the 47-yard line for Geno Smith. They hand it off, Bowie, wrapped up and dragged down by Kendall Thompson. And we've mentioned his name a few times this evening.
What I'm coming to a conclusion of is defense nowadays, you cannot judge it the way we used to in terms of the same standards of what your goals are.
A loss of 4, second and 14. Screen, Bowie with a blocker in front. Bowie breaks the tackle, cuts it back, first down and more. Andrew Bowie gets all the way down to the Texas 30. What an impressive piece of running after the catch.
And Gus, what I meant by that was in the old days you were talking about holding teams under 300 yards and that sort of stuff. Now you're talking about limiting your missed tackles, limiting your explosive plays. On that one, missed tackles led to an explosive play.
A 26-yard pickup, first down at the Texas 31. Dustin Garrison comes in. Geno Smith over the middle. Dead ball. Smith throwing a strike to J.D. Woods. Woods coming off a 13-catch, 114-yard receiving day against Baylor.
And what a nice throw, because he threw it to the back shoulder to stop him from going into the safety.
First down at the Texas 16. Garrison. And he gets to the 8.
Garrison on the carry.
Thompson with the stop for Texas.
And now West Virginia had limited Texas to a field goal on their last big drive. Texas's goal has to be the same. That's how you win games in this day and age.
Second down and 4. Garrison again. And Garrison dropped by Malcolm Brown. And tell you what, Malcolm Brown has had a game.
A true freshman who has really stepped up this play this evening against the best competition they faced this year.
5th red zone possession tonight for the Mountaineers. 2 for 2. 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals. 3rd and 3 at the 9. Clay and Bowie. Right next to Geno Smith. Here's Smith, steps up in the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Stedman Bailey. So West Virginia comes right out to start the third on their opening drive, and they put 6 on the board.
And it's such a symbiotic relationship, isn't it? We can talk about Geno Smith forever, and rightly so. But his receivers make catches that really create plays for West Virginia. That ball was well thrown, but the route that Bailey ran to get the defender on his back and then extend and catch it completes the play.
Extra point up and good. 4:32 to go in the third. West Virginia reclaims the lead, 34-31. Welcome back. Baseball's regular season is coming to an end, and the National League's best teams will look to their brightest stars to make the next unforgettable play that will lead them to the NLCS and move them one step closer to the World Series. Legends are born in October, and our exclusive coverage of baseball's postseason begins next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, with Game 1 of the NLCS only on Fox. West Virginia since 2000, 79-3 when scoring 30 or more points. Geno Smith focused as he waits to get it once again. Corey Smith will kick. DJ Monroe, Marquise Goodwin back deep. Smith pops this one high in the air and fielded at the 5-yard line. Goodwin. Another good return for Marquise Goodwin. He had a 48-yarder in the first half. This one from 36 yards away. Geno Smith encouraging his teammates. We're not done yet, boys. .424 to play in the third. West Virginia scoring on their opening drive of the third quarter to take a 34-31 lead. Texas first down and 10 to the 42. David Ash up top, ball caught. And that's Shipley. Jackson Shipley with the second grab of the night. A 23-yard gain.
And let's see if Texas goes a little bit faster after the explosive play to Jackson Shipley. Get back up on the line of scrimmage and try and go quicker. Tempo change for Texas after the big play.
First down and 10 at the 35. That one snapped in the dirt. Ash picks it up, makes chicken salad as DJ Grant comes up with the grab.
Dominic Espinosa getting us ready for the playoffs, the National League Championship Series, with a ground ball back to Ash. But how about the poise of David Ash? Stays with it, doesn't get flustered, and makes a little something out of nothing.
Gains 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6 at the 31. Bergeron. And what the Texas coaches talked to us about yesterday was how the running game will have a cumulative effect on their opponents.
It's body blows, body blows, body blows, hoping to knock a team into submission later in the fourth quarter. West Virginia has been up to the task this evening, hanging tough, because look at our first 2 drives of the half. West Virginia's defense absorbed a lot of body blows on the last possession by Texas, but at the end, it was only 3 points. Going the other way, West Virginia went a lot quicker and put the ball in the end zone against Texas. Advantage Mountaineers.
So an injured player on the field, that's Isaiah Bruce. In the meantime, let's go to Aaron Andrews in Los Angeles for a game break.
Gus, the route is on in Columbia. How about Connor Shaw here for South Carolina? The 62-yard pass to D.L. Moore. And this would actually set up a Marcus Lattimore 1-yard touchdown run, his 9th of the season. South Carolina leads Georgia 28-0. The Gamecocks trying to win 3 straight for the first time in school history. 3 straight against Georgia, of course.
And Aaron, you know the old ball coach. Don't expect him to get off the gas at any point in that game. I mean, 28-0 to him is just an invitation to try and get more. And with his defense, which is so strong this year, South Carolina making a big statement that they're coming for Alabama.
Let's take a look at what happened here to Isaiah Bruce. 31 White.
See him going in. Took it from his own teammate, Josh Francis, number 4, trying to help make the tackle. He caught the shot from him as they both went in trying to put down Joe Bergeron.
3rd down and 1 yard to go for Texas. At the West Virginia 26. Wildcat formation for Jonathan Gray. And he'll get the first down. Jonathan Gray, Gatorade National Player of the Year and Parade All-America. The most prized freshman tailback in the United States. 205 touchdowns in his high school career. First down and 10. Again. Jonathan Gray stopped by Doug Rigg, but only after a gain of 5 yards.
And after the last touchdown by West Virginia, what the Mountaineers have done has put the pressure on Texas to pay it off with a touchdown now. They can't keep kicking field goals. Looks like they'll stay with West Virginia.
Wildcat again. Gray lowers his shoulder. Picks up 3. Doug Rigg and Gray meet. Geno Smith looks on. David Ash on the sideline. They're sticking with the Wildcat.
How about the trust they have in a true freshman running back handling the football so much?
This time he hands it to Shipley. And Shipley, see if he stepped out of bounds.
We're going to have a penalty, something bigger than him stepping out of bounds. I think they're going to get Ryan Robertson with a hold or a clip at the point of attack on the corner. They're really sorting this one out, aren't they?
Certainly are. George Burks, your referee. I think the officials have done a wonderful job this evening.
Not quite sure what he's waiting for, but he's going to give it to us.
Holding, number 30, the offense. 10-yard penalty. After the play, personal foul. Number 20 of the defense. Penalty to be enforced half the distance to the goal. First down.
So you see the hold right there on Josh Francis, number 4. And then Shipley steps out of bounds. That finishes the play. And then there's the hit. Darwin Cook out of bounds, which offset the play that West Virginia had gained from Texas. So live ball, then dead ball. So they had to walk off one foul and then walk off the other to spot the ball properly.
Texas with it, first down at the West Virginia 12. Bergeron. Isaiah Bruce back in with the tackle.
Texas is going to go big again. Luke Pellman, number 77, reports in for duty. An extra offensive lineman, often used as an extra tight end to increase the blocking strength. He's in there on the right side.
Robertson, the up back. Bergeron runs his side. Bergeron spins and goes down at the 6. Joe Bergeron told us he wanted to come to Texas because he wanted to run the football like his idol, Ricky Williams.
Ricky Williams, we saw him the other day and we were meeting with the Texas coaches. And you see that play? That play is the same play that Jonathan Gray's been running from the wild position, where he fakes the handoff and then follows the blocking. It's the same play, different packaging, different look, but the plays stay the same.
Coming up, the 10th play of the drive that started at the 42-yard line. Bergeron has been hot inside the red zone. And a timeout called by the Longhorns. 34 seconds to go, third quarter. (34-31) West Virginia, but Texas threatening with the football at the Mountaineer 4, facing a 3rd down and 2. And they've kept it out of this man's hands. Geno Smith, 2 long drives by Texas here in the 3rd quarter, the first resulting in only a field goal.
And this is where, now they have Anthony Farrah back, they know they're good on the field goal, but I wonder if Mac Brown's thinking 4-down territory already. And Pellman's in the backfield at fullback, number 77.
Now they shift. Bergeron. Robertson. Bergeron. Touchdown. His 4th touchdown of the night. And I'm sure his idol, Ricky Williams, who's in attendance working for the Longhorn Network, is proud of his young protege.
Remember, we talked earlier in the game, Bergeron at 10 years old weighed 150 to 160 pounds, had to play tackle in Pop Warner, wanted to carry the football, and the weight limit was 120. Actually dieted his way down to get to 120, which is amazing at that age, just so he could carry the football, and hasn't looked back since.
On the Hollywood diet at 10 years old. You think football is serious in Texas? 29 seconds to go in the 3rd. Longhorns go up by 4, 38-34.
See, when he was playing right tackle before, this is what he dreamed of doing, is following other people playing tackle. Number 75, Trey Hopkins, with the lead block. And then he goes and greets the rest of his linemen and says thank you for the hole. Mac Brown into the game. He told our Julie Alexandria at the half, this is fun. We're having a good time. And Geno Smith, okay, we'll just go get our helmet. Let's go do it again. Not fazed by much is the senior quarterback for West Virginia.
Mac Brown and the Longhorns reclaiming the lead. Coach Brown told us that after playing in the national championship and losing, having an opportunity to win 3 national championships in a short amount of time, it really started to bother him to the point where he lost his motivation. And he knew, he talked to his wife, the beautiful Sally, and he knew he had to make some changes personally as well as professionally.
And those changes are starting to really come together for Texas now. But now their defense has to go and lock in again against the most prolific quarterback in college football today, because Geno Smith and that offense, those receivers are about to get their hands on the ball again.
Another squib kick goes all the way through. Bailey picks it up inside his own 10. Bailey, watch out! And he finally goes down at the 24. Duke Thomas with the tackle on special teams. Now let's go to Aaron Andrews in Los Angeles for a game break.
Gus, Notre Dame trying to go 5-0 for the first time since 2002. Third quarter, they lead Miami 13-3. Sierra Wood with the 37-yard run down to the 2. He would score on the next play. Notre Dame leads 20-3. They haven't trailed all year, guys.
So Brian Kelly really has the Irish playing at a high, high level.
His magic usually takes effect in year 3 on all of his coaching stops. That's what he is in at Notre Dame.
Bowie throws to a first down. Kenny Vaccaro stops him. It looks like he has at least 9.
You know, Dana Holgerson is not intimidated by anything, and his team reflects it. You know, you watch him come into this atmosphere, and look at what they're doing, answering the bell every time.
That's the end of the third quarter here at Texas Memorial Stadium, 38-34 UT. Start of the fourth quarter, and Texas Memorial Stadium has become a house of pain.
You would think we were in Madison, Wisconsin. That's their tradition at the end of the third quarter. But both sides, both teams jumping around.
West Virginia faced with a second down and 1 at their own 33. Clark and Bowie in the backfield. Bowie breaks free. Bowie lowers his shoulder and goes down at the 44. Adrian Phillips with the tackle in space. And it's a gain of 23 yards.
How about the left side of the offensive line? Quinton Spain, who weighs 334. Josh Jenkins at left guard, 303. Joe Matz in the center, 74. Created a monster gap for him to hurdle through.
First down and 10 at the 44. Now Austin. Tackle for a loss. Terrific job by Ashton Dorsey.
It's a good job playing the run on his way back to the quarterback, although in the stats, that'll go down as a pass. Geno Smith pitching it forward.
Second down and 14 at the 48. Geno, near side, strike, Austin tries to turn, and he goes down at the 40. An 8-yard gain on 2nd and 14.
And young people, if you're watching tonight, what you have to understand is that in those situations, you don't have to blow up a guy on a tackle. Your job is to get a guy on the ground in open space who's slippery. And that's what Kenny Vaccaro did. It wasn't a form tackle, it was an arm, but he got him down.
3rd and 6 at the 40-yard line. Geno Smith looking underneath, incomplete. Terrific job by Quandre Diggs. J.D. Woods, the intended receiver.
And West Virginia felt like he was riding him the whole way on the route. It looks like he's got some hands and is in there a little bit early as he reaches across the top and gets away with it.
So a big 4th down for the Mountaineers. They're 3 of 3 on 4th down conversions. 4th and 6. Geno Smith. And caught. Wow, what a catch in heavy traffic for Tavon Austin.
He went Rod Tidwell on that one. I go out there, I catch the ball, people hit me, I don't care. I caught the ball.
Show me the money.
Right? I mean, he went out there, he knew the hit was coming, caught it, and possessed it.
They hand it off, Bowie. And he'll gain a couple. Dorsey again with the stop for Texas. 4th quarter of play. First road game of the conference season for newly acquired West Virginia. Big East champs a year ago. Flag on the play.
Ball start. Number 76, offense. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
That's a right tackle, Pat Egger.
Right side. Yep, got a little flinch in there. We saw Okafor actually rocking his stance. He's allowed to do that. Egger was not.
2nd and 13 at the 32. Austin on the reverse. And Austin tackled from behind. Kenny Vaccaro tracked him down.
That play was one of the best plays I've seen a safety make this season. Why? Because he had to come from one side of the field to the other, watching the play go back across the grain and ran it down.
That's why he's an All-American. 3rd down and 7 at the 26. Here's a handoff. And Bowie diving forward. He will be short of the 1st down, about a yard. So that brings up another 4th down.
And I think Texas is hoping that Dana Holgorsen says, let's go kick a field goal, but I think he's going to go try and get this.
And it's Geno Smith with the quarterback sneak. Picks up the 1st down. His helmet came off, so he'll have to come out at least one play.
If there's no penalty on the play, which would allow him to stay in, meaning if they pulled his helmet off, there's a penalty on Texas. Otherwise, based on what we know about the rule, he has to go off. End of the play. Tackle made, helmet comes off, normal tackle. I think he's got to come off the field for a play. And here comes Pat Millard, the backup. Paul Millard, the backup. I think this is a rule that will be tweaked in the offseason.
Paul Millard, redshirt freshman from Flower Mound, Texas. 11th play of the drive.
Expect him to run it here. I don't expect him to let Paul Millard throw it.
Millard hands it off. Bowie. And Adrian Phillips is there, but Bowie picks up 6 yards as Geno Smith comes back into the game.
We talked a little bit about Geno Smith using his legs in the second half. Little did we know it would come on a quarterback sneak that almost popped for a touchdown.
Second down and 4. Play fake. Smith in the end zone. Whoa, threw a strike. Stedman Bailey with the touchdown, and Geno Smith, a frozen rope, and West Virginia claims the lead.
How about the high school teammates collaborating? Watch the route that Bailey runs. Bind him, playing zone, and he just goes inside and curls inside Phillips. Once Phillips came up to approach him, he's got to stop it from crossing his face. That didn't happen. Bailey's there, and the rope arrives for a touchdown.
10:50 to play in the fourth. West Virginia up 40-38. Extra point up and good. Fourth touchdown of the night thrown by Geno Smith as Stedman Bailey catches his third. West Virginia leading Texas on the road 41-38. Fox College Football is sponsored by the new 2013 Ford F-150 with EcoBoost. By Aflac, official partner of the Heisman Trophy. And by DirecTV. Now, NFL Sunday Ticket is included at no extra charge when you switch. 41-38. A dramatic football game in Austin, Texas, as Geno Smith, the Heisman front-runner, continues to impress. 4 touchdown passes, 255 yards. Bergeron, 4 touchdown carries, a career high. And West Virginia has been perfect on 4th down.
Gus, this game is about to, this game can tilt on one defensive stop. Let's see if they want to squib it again. They're giving up a lot of ground to Texas in terms of field position.
Fielded at the 20. This is Monroe, and DJ Monroe gets up to the 30. So a busy evening for Erin Andrews. Let's join her again for Game Break.
We head to Columbus. The final moments of the first half. Braxton Miller with the 30-yard touchdown run. Guys, Ohio State leads Nebraska 35-24. In the first quarter, Miller had -9 yards. In the second, 146. Heisman talk?
Definitely going to be Heisman talk, but we're watching the front runner here tonight. How about that score? Is that the Big 10 or the Big 12?
Ash over the middle. Shipley at midfield. Gain of 20. David Ash starting to pitch it now. Darwin Cook with the tackle.
And Texas's tempo increases after big plays.
At the West Virginia 49. Ash keeps it and slides down at the 45.
West Virginia hasn't been able to get a lot done defensively in terms of scoring defense the last couple of weeks. But if they could get a stop here, that could change the whole balance of this game. Joe DeForest's troops are under siege. But boy, one takeaway, one stop could really change this game.
4 possessions in the second half. We've had 4 scores. Texas with a touchdown and a field goal. West Virginia with 2 TDs. Ash swings it out. Shipley. And Jackson Shipley has heated up here in the second half after only 1 catch in the first half.
And here comes an entirely different personnel grouping for Texas. So many different people can have an impact on the offense for them, and they utilize them all.
Here's the Wildcat. Jonathan Gray makes a handoff straight ahead. And Gray picks up the first down. True freshman, folks.
Just such a mature runner. That's what I keep coming back to. I'm so used to freshmen coming in who do a lot of dancing and juking and jiving behind the line of scrimmage, trying to find big holes to run through. He takes the crease that is there and makes it a little bit bigger himself.
They give it to Gray over the right side. Gray down to 33. Pat Miller with the tackle for the Mountaineers. Jonathan Gray, 14 carries, 87 yards, a career high.
And they're doing it tonight without Malcolm Brown. He would have been the third running back with a significant number of carries this evening.
David Ash in trouble, and Ash sacked in the backfield. Josh Francis, the senior from Damascus, Maryland.
He's played well this evening. Take a look at him coming from the outside, working. He works on Jonathan Gray. And what do young freshman running backs usually have trouble with? Pass protection. And he eludes Gray pretty easily and gets to the quarterback and puts him down.
Third sack of the season for Francis. First of the night for West Virginia. 3rd and 13 at the 39. Jeremy Hills in the backfield. Remember, he's great on screens. Here's Ash. Down the field, incomplete. Intended for Mike Davis. So what do? 4th down and 13 at the 39.
The way that Geno Smith and West Virginia have taken care of the football in the second half and scored, I think Mac Brown's going to think really hard about going for it here, because he just thinks punting the football now is just putting it in his hands, and he's not sure that they can get the ball back and stop him.
So here we go, folks. Maybe the biggest play of the night for Texas. 4th down and 13 at the 39. They need to go to the West Virginia 26 for a first down. Ash in the shotgun. Ash to the sideline. Broken up. Intended for Davis. But Pat Miller was there. And Texas turns it over on downs. 8:09 to play. 41-38. Let's take a look at this evening's Reese's Perfect Play, and it comes from the defensive side of the ball for West Virginia.
4th down play, 4th and 9, and Pat Miller breaks on the football, knocks it away from Mike Davis. And how about a little redemption for Pat Miller? He and Broderick Jenkins last week torched by Baylor, giving up 63 points, 581 passing yards. That'll go a long way towards restoring their confidence.
First down and 10 at the 39 for Smith. Hands it off to Bowie. And Bowie with the yard. And a flag thrown.
Holding, number 67 offense. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Goes against Quinton Spain, the left tackle. It's him here, going to work. And look at that. Stops the clock as he takes down Jeff Coat. First and long yardage now for West Virginia.
At the 29, trips at the bottom of your screen. Empty backfield for Geno Smith. Smith. Lost it! Texas with the football at the 10. Wow! Okafor in the backfield again. Chris Whaley with the recovery. That's a second fumble of the night for Geno Smith. Alex Okafor may have punched it out.
As he goes to unload the football, Okafor stops it before it comes out of his hands, punches it free, and Whaley picks it up. I know many fans were wondering why Texas didn't punt the football on the last drive and try and play field position. It was the Geno Smith factor. They were wondering if they'd get the ball back. And the defense makes the huge play, strips him, and gives their offense a chance deep in West Virginia territory.
Texas first down and 10 at the 12 of West Virginia after the fumble. Bergeron with 4 touchdowns tonight. The lone setback. Shipley in motion. Bergeron.
Bergeron on the carry.
And Rao comes up with the tackle after a 3-yard gain.
Foul on the tackle, game 3-9.
Texas decides to go heavy again as they bring Pellman 77 into the game, as well as 79 Thomas Ashcraft, both offensive linemen.
2nd and 7 at the 9.
Bergeron on the carry.
Isaiah Bruce, first man to him after the 1-yard gain. And that makes it 3rd down and 6 at the 8. 6:44 and counting. Geno Smith left with his thoughts on the sideline after fumbling for the 2nd time.
Texas decides to throw the ball here. David Ash has to have in his head the idea that he may have to flush and run with the football.
3rd and 6 at the 8. Oh, he snaps it behind Ash. He picks it up. And Ash goes down at the 26-yard line. Wow.
Was that snapped before Ash was ready for it? Or was it just an awry snap? It looked like Ash was in between on whether the ball should have been snapped or not. Good agility getting back on the football. But look at Ash. See, he's looking off, checking out the defense when the ball snapped. The second bad snap by Espinosa, and now they have to kick the field goal.
So here's Farah. He's been good from 38 yards. This one from 41. And he missed it. .5:25 to play in the 4th. Texas shoots themselves. (41-38), West Virginia with the football as Anthony Farah pushed this one.
And let's see why. I think he might have chili dipped this a little. It's a golf term, means you hit the ground first with the club and then ball. Look how much turf is kicked up. He didn't get a clean pass at that football where he got all foot into ball and it went right on him. Remember, only his 2nd field goal attempt of the season, back from a slightly torn groin muscle, which kept him out of all games until tonight.
So it's up to the Texas defense to get it back again against Geno Smith. Bowie spinning at the line of scrimmage, gets outside and stays in bounds at the 30.
Texas desperate for a takeaway, for a turnover. They got it on the last possession. What is Geno Smith now? 257 straight passes without an interception, going back to last season against the University of South Florida, USF.
But he has fumbled the ball twice tonight, resulting in Texas turnovers. 2nd and 4. Smith handing it off. And a 1st down for Bowie. Michael Thompson with the tackle, but an 11-yard gain for Andrew Bowie, having a career day.
And how about Dana Holgerson with his play calling now? We know that he likes to throw the football, but he's finding a way to move it on the ground and is not getting outside of himself here. Not trying to go against tight, go against the grain. He's making sure they're going to run it now and keep the clock moving.
He has a running back in Andrew Bowie with 161 yards rushing on 26 carries. 1st down at the 41. Bowie again. This time, he'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Chris Whaley with the pressure.
Now if you're Manny Diaz on 2nd and almost 11, do you try and heat him up and come with a tough type of pressure and playing man in the secondary? Expecting West Virginia to throw the ball on a long yardage down.
2nd down and 11 at the 40. Geno Smith in no rush. And West Virginia calls a timeout. 2 remaining for the Mountaineers, 2 remaining for the Longhorns. 3:28 to play. Fox College Football is sponsored by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. 3:28 to play, 4th quarter. West Virginia up 41-38 with the football. This evening's Hankook performance of the game goes to
Geno Smith. Look at the numbers there. Andrew Bowie has played the game of his life at running back for West Virginia. And Joe Bergeron, a career high 4 rushing touchdowns for the Longhorns.
2nd down and 11. Will West Virginia throw it? Smith up the sideline. And caught for a 1st down by Stedman Bailey.
Ice cold is Geno Smith, and the confidence and the telepathy he has with his receivers to feel that that's a great situation to throw the football, and they do it. They don't flinch at all in the face of the Texas defense.
So a 1st down for West Virginia at the Texas 47. Here's a handoff. Bowie, all sorts of space. Bowie to the 30 and goes down at the Texas 25. A 22-yard gain for Andrew Bowie.
And Texas mugged the line of scrimmage, meaning they brought extra guys into the interior to try and overload the blocking scheme of West Virginia, and they handled it in a big way and chopped a monster hole that Bowie danced through for a big gain. Now let's see if West Virginia wants to milk some clock. You see in the background there, 15, 14 on the play clock, taking their time and running it all the way down. Last time they took it down and then took a timeout.
And West Virginia will not get it off in time.
Timeout, West Virginia. Their 2nd and a half, 30 seconds in length.
And the Mountaineers use another timeout, 1 remaining. First down and 10 at the Texas 25 for West Virginia. And they hand it off. Bowie. And Bowie gets inside the 20, a 6-yard pickup. Kenny Vaccaro stops him. But right now, Texas just can't stop the run.
And Dana Holgorsen is calling the game of his life. This guy is in his 2nd year as a head coach, going up against Mac Brown. Plenty of years in the business, and I've not seen any sense of anything outside of calm, cool, and collected from Holgorsen all night. He's really managed this game well, especially down the stretch.
2nd and 4. Bowie again. And another 1st down for Bowie and more as he goes out of bounds. Close to the 5-yard line. What a night for Andrew Bowie. Last week it was Joseph Randall lighting up the Longhorns. Tonight, Bowie, 29 carries, 188 yards. He's averaging 6.5 yards per carry.
And it looks like they're running against a very tired Texas defense. 74 offensive plays have been run tonight by West Virginia. And remember the body blows we talked about Texas dealing? West Virginians have accumulated now to put them in this position.
Bowie again. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Bittencourt in to attempt the extra point, and it's good. 1:18 to play in the fourth quarter. West Virginia taking a 10-point lead.
Just look at how the front is handled. I'm talking about all the way through for West Virginia. 88 in the backfield is Clay. Look at the lead block. And gives Bowie all the space he needs and more to put West Virginia firmly in control of this contest. And we've seen some career performances from a number of players tonight. Andrew Bowie, I think, headlines it for West Virginia.
Andrew Bowie, 31 carries, 207 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, now averaging 6.7 yards per carry. And nobody happier than that man, Geno Smith.
And how about the way they closed it out, going downfield, running the football? They got a couple big throws from Smith, especially the 2nd and 11 throw. But otherwise, Bowie, the offensive line, fullbacks, took control in the last 3 minutes of this game.
West Virginia outscoring Texas 14-0 here in the fourth quarter. So after the missed field goal by Texas, West Virginia going on an 8-play, 76-yard drive, eating up 407. And this one chipped forward, fielded at the 26 by Robertson. Robertson with running room, and he'll get inside Mountaineer territory with 1:12 to go. Texas with 2 timeouts.
That was after the last touchdown. Geno Smith, he had actually ended up in front of the West Virginia crowd in section, celebrating with them, now skipping back to the bench. And in case you had questions about West Virginia in the Big 12 before, I think they're being answered in a big way this evening.
Ash near side, Mike Davis steps out of bounds.
West Virginia will take that. Anything in front, it's all they care about now. When you look at their secondary, they'll play extra deep. Keep it all in front, come up, make the tackles is their mantra right now.
Mike Davis again.
Texas being smart, working the sidelines, trying to keep those 2 timeouts in their pocket. They'll need it if they score and are successful with an onside kick.
First down at the 38. David Ash in trouble. Here's Hills, and Hills goes down at the 27.
And it's a first down, so they get a little stoppage in play to move the chains.
Longhorns to the line of scrimmage quickly. Ash flips it out the Hills again. He's trying to get out of bounds and does at the 20.
Last 2 plays by Ash almost takes us back to when the wishbone was king here at Texas, except he's flipping it forward instead of laterally or behind him going down the line.
2nd and 3. David Ash goes up top in the corner, incomplete. Shipley had it, but he couldn't hold on.
Like Pat Miller out on the corner again. He made the 4th down stop a couple of series ago. Now he plays it here and gets just enough of the football. And also got the arm of Shipley so he couldn't get 2 hands as the ball bobbled and bounced.
3rd down and 3. Ash scrambling, looking. Hills inside the 10. And Texas continuing to fight as the Longhorns call a timeout. One timeout remaining for Mack Brown. And don't forget, coming up after the game, stay tuned for the AT&T Fox College Saturday postgame show. They'll cover all of today's action, including the blowout in Columbia, the Irish continuing to play well, a battle in the Big Ten between Nebraska and Ohio State. First down and goal for Texas at the West Virginia 8. David Ash in trouble, stays on his feet, looking in the end zone. Touchdown Texas, Marquise Goodwin. And this one isn't over. 15 seconds to go. Incredible agility by David Ash to keep that play alive.
We're seeing the payoff on the play, but the play was really made. What you described was how David Ash took the hit and spun away from it, out of trouble, out of the pocket, to keep the play alive and find Marquise Goodwin.
Anthony Farrell trying to make it a three-point ball game. And he does.
And it's good.
15 seconds to play in the fourth. And you know what's coming here, Parker.
But it's got to be the onside kick. But remember, things have changed now. They're giving more protection to the receiving team. So now if you're a receiving team, you can signal for a fair catch if the ball bounces once off of the turf. Remember, it was all that high hopper that you wanted. Now, it doesn't matter whether it's kicked off the tee, driven in the ground. However, once it gets that one hop in, the receiving team can signal fair catch and just cover the football.
And
so a lot of teams are trying to squib it along the ground now to find a way to get to the football. That's really the only shot you've got. If you put a high hopper, they signal fair catch. You can't hit them.
That was my next question. 48-45, 15 seconds remaining. Mack Brown looking for that signature win. Texas has lost 7 straight games against teams ranked in the top 25 dating back 2 years, including an 0-4 mark last season. Baylor, Kansas State, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma State.
And just last week, didn't it feel like a signature win against Oklahoma State? Turns out they weren't ranked in the top 25, so it doesn't go on the record, but it sure felt that way for Texas. But now they've got to find a way to get this onside kick.
West Virginia, on the other hand, has won its last 3 games against ranked teams and is 11-6 since 2005, the 5th best record in FBS.
Look at the hands team for West Virginia. Stedman Bailey's out there. J.D. Woods, starting receivers.
And 2 kickers line up. Nick Jordan, 28, Nick Rose, 23. This one, and easily recovered by the Mountaineers. So in 2 Big 12 games for West Virginia, they defeated Baylor 70-63 at home. And with 14 seconds remaining, they're in front of Texas 48-45.
And really, what a bounce back for West Virginia's defense. Getting torched by Baylor last week. This isn't pretty, but down the stretch, they made the plays necessary to win the football game, including a couple of 4th down stops.
The West Virginia Mountaineers, first year in the Big 12, in their first road game in conference play, come into Austin, Texas, and knock off the 11th ranked Longhorns 48-45. Let's go downstairs where our Julie Alexandria is standing by with the victorious West Virginia quarterback, Geno Smith.
Geno, congratulations on your win. 1 second. Geno, congratulations on your win. What went right for you tonight?
Well, a number of things went right for us. The main thing is that we stuck together through the midst of everything, and we won as a team. It wasn't pretty, but we came into a tough venue on the road against a tough Texas team and pulled it out.
You did not let up at all once. What kept your confidence going?
You know what? I have some great teammates and great coaches, and they keep me up. They keep my spirits up throughout the game. I fumbled twice down there in the red zone and gave them 2 chances, and, you know, had that not happened, we would have won it by, you know, probably a lot more points. But, you know, they kept me up throughout the game, and they really helped me out.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Julie, so West Virginia remaining